Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this year's Navajo Nation Virtual Retiree Celebration. We'd like to welcome all of our viewers. This morning, we'd like to thank those that are in attendance here. We have a few of our staff that are in attendance here. Once again, we'd just like to thank each and every one of you for tuning us in this morning. Thank you so much. Di khagi bi ayan khal chine don khas tui dan long ni zani dan long nanish da yospa nagay Navajo Nation jinanish in sabal hata neko ya beda hot olzi doli teach ot ya da il net doli di de nilchinal kidet bije hot ya da il net doli ko ya ho da wis adeshi ya hada so gizdo ya dan hinna ako alsa ni da disney Nana she ya Arnold chi again she nana kele chi ni ayan sle do ma ideshki ni basis chin ki ani edashi che do topa ha ya dashi nala ot ya denen sle na ge ye do bi thona ana go ya ejisi nana sha chin ya na khaid ne dan le en ge ya sna iltas ana go jo ada ya na khaid ne engi aj ya ot sha chin ko ya ba hansen kwa ayashit all di ba ana ishom at the question na di khagi bikon bikna holji de hot end in reina ding dom anas tsat da khagi ayapi aya ado aya aliada hada aya hode ede nasni gibnina hot end na di jishin ade jono ayatan hinal o ko hada gai holji stem jo ade aya nanishin lengishi ayan hada hitist ando hot anan shindenigi aya adalla adan sago ayan na kha yani tin hot ego aya aje hihan hidini lilse oko kodoshi aya kha halji stolik oko aya di benigi bi aya kwa nihinant an denigi the honorable president of the Navajo Nation, Honorable Jonathan Nez ekune ethni khatasita ado first lady do ado und da aya vice president Keynote da again has twi the Honorable Myron Lizer, Vice President of the Navajo Nation, ekun ayan kelwala hoti benigipi hot eko ade da is not ayin kodoshin citizen aya badahil atole. At this time we'll go ahead and do the invocation. I'd like to call upon Lorraine Tabaha, Administrative Service Officer with Division of Human Resources. Lorraine, good morning as well.
Good morning, Doyat Bene. She ya Lorraine Tabahan Shedo Tabah Hanaga Nishledo Tabah Bashichin Tanessani Dashache go the Bethlehem Dashanel of ya Sun and Shledo Kodoshi 8 the Zen Lenigi Eko Bam Behitzi Tole Kon Altkon Citizen Dahalo Corona Hastan Shema Yarashit Shita Kodo yat to bine bije he nadi ni to le kon hast echt hast wan konde da noch longe konde in de ne alt koje konde be ni hit hai to kon alt koje kon da hadi yende be kiche na da jon to le kon be hai aniki ben na che kon a he do el atlin lenigi Eben ya khanaid anle konstrat yen lini kon al khinail te do kon shinto al atlen lenigi kon alak al ya nanish ospa lenigi kon strat yen lini de kuidas kanda shin kode nicht de ne kode nanish lenigi kon ya iya ara kon shinto ye omol do shinto benat besohden sin be yo o ne alt koje kon ye al woten lenigi kon dische be ye habdi ni do le alt kode kon da hade yende kon de il da had nani do ba chin baganda hanes anje kon de tros kanje kon de bet konashki salaje kon salaje kon alt koje kon de Papa nendni to le konstrat de yenlini Aron hit o hashin to konde be ilgoten lenigil to kon handen lado lil kode kon hata otsen lenigil to kon kon ankol skoja kon hab bikijitli do lil Guardian Leni put a hassi or lil conti bin the beach conte nasnet nigit can't con a hajona hasli or lil hajona hasli.
A here long Lorraine could ya citizen lenigi, Nijono ya ben hahin zi adon to down hot that was argo storm. Nis last saw a yahonotle, even nachin law a could that not abiyin. Jo ya hot ya el illa al skogo il taco so the zen lini be al nil adon to that not abiyin or hot ego aja ya al skogo ya be in be ya al nil be an the tin long jo ya kodoshin ya nagay ni ken lenigi ya national anthem that not abiyin ya khanede atole ya Shandin Parish Miss Navajo Nation 2019-2021.
Ache ado yaad shik edo shidne she kia ani ado na initially godo bashichin squidachini dashit che tskabaha dashinele aquat al san initially she Shandin Parish inishia twodanesha de nasha ado natas on danto denahoto dan chishiket shema dol shije Shelly Parish dol TJBG Willia Belkaje nake shideja dol shatilla hola ado shemasana Wanda Small Canyon Delmar Willia Dol Shiche Paul Parish William and Chanela Haskin Bill Bigay William Adol Chanela Estan Pauline Johnson Bigay William and She Navajo Bitch Eket Nishla. Hello everyone, my name is Shandin Parish and I am the current serving Miss Navajo Nation. I would like to congratulate all of our retirees and thank them for their service to the Navajo Nation. You all have made an impressionable service to our people and I could not be more grateful. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to join us in the singing of the national anthem. You all can join me by placing your hand over your heart. Ya ashon danolaim hayot kat biyeden badawini go at Da not I gonna hit lini nos dos don't beson de sons na bait alia bit ahwini go dainat in nihij in the bahnalini ahot ago benetni da bahadzil da halonde Hey abed asi hasin tone haldasens ozende ton shi son belsenelgo danat ahol ado nehekeya big eyege kad hojon nahas gleaned. Thank you to all of our servicemen and servicewomen, and thank you so much for your service to the Navajo Nation.
Thank you, Miss Navajo Nation, 2019 and 2021. Navajo Nation Retiree Celebration hatno ohat ego ayabik ahwaliga di eya nagay nast it's at tatoba asos at dino at khahada jo ita ohat abik ahwaliga dide ita bishmahas anadan lego ado ontedan hinant anlong former chairman Peter McDonald hashit ayat that is kids ohat a asati eya yazn denigi bija aliya ohat in khanija Nasi discard and halchin lini ega hinidi cho indolil nanish da span hit it noshing or hat aja in habja alia aqua entag or here lada shin ega ni chidon in nalda hot ajanat ani dan lo ayaha traudol jis ni jeda or hat echo here bedini ado on dita hoste holjisto ya ajo hot abasna hot ya holji di khagi bigon nagay 2019 we had 187 retirees. Aro onteta di 2020 bi aya 138. Ako haant el hinate zogon khadene zantinum anatin shla 325 retirees ishin teaching beda hot all zin to di loko hot aro onteta abelach en lo alto o khono yushi adit an hinatigi yam nagay eninda khego shinda shidolnish. I do believe most of you started working for the Navajo Nation at a very young age. And at that time, you probably had your mother, your father, your grandparents, your nollies, and they probably told you, hang on to the job that is bestowed upon you. You will help a lot of people, a lot of our Navajo people. You'll be working with all different kinds of nation, Indian nation. Washington, D.C. Ohat shinich ada is the Avik Aquashina nation Lingi de Solpa. And again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for your dedication, your hard work coming to work every single day. Whether the roads are very bad road conditions, but nevertheless, you're always there. You helped a lot of people, our elderlies, our younger folks, our children. You did so much for the Navajo Nation, and we thank each and every one of you for doing so. Na nish njunugo ola stui sani tselkeje ke lagay weche na hol shin baka oche na nashot abel ta inne endeta na tin deni bi slaw na nishin denigi ohat shin da ola adan sagwan kha ni zin aro benachin long shin to yat ya nihegan has age ya babel khata hotolla na khalchin da shin keda ilkha. Probably most of you had just worked for your children to put them through college, university. That's a huge accomplishment. Ohat zagot ohat elaw koshik no senigi hot yat se hehan hidedishni. Aron de dakroshi ya nanishin tsagobal ta honel ngi Division of Human Resources. Aje ya Elijah Dasatasha Manlon, Dr. Perfilia Filer, Division Director, Eshin Kudo Eyanija Hat Zichtole.
Yananet Ehat Shiyash, Adoshama, Kodona Katsadin Zini, Adosha, Kodota Abiyin Dini Ani, Eha, Shiyash away, Adoshik Ashid in the Enotlini, Twice. Shas Twisazani till Cage or Cade and Notlini, then that is a not do, and Hilko Notloni, do Ajade Notlnashigi, do Iyisa Kodo, Bear by Hetinizi, Le Nan Nation Lini was Banigi, Rashi Notla Eya, Siospa, Ko Kodo, by Hetaniz and Kodo Tagahotzana, Belkahotzo Belkas Ado Dance Agoshi. Nihinan nish ito sado nihinan lini ben da solti ko ihe ko en hidenen lini baka ol wadigi be bishos jait kodo be ol wadi kodo ba hehni zen ado ko out what hil wido al do ni zeno jodi de kosansanas dapeti nini ado jostoit ini lahond ol nesli ko en hit khanni ibn na hot ita ilne do nasko ne je nasta hot il hinna ne khato le do nasko ne je yat an hil na huido jo hot kodo to the zin da dit to sendan da dit kodo na khata di indo le nasko ne je akoti yesi jashi do kon hil kono lodan de ya البلد خهجان كتاب عندي كوا بأهز زندور لتو نهيل خنو لون بنجهد تائليا. I would like to welcome each and every one of you, all the listeners, from the surrounding areas. Thank you for joining us today in celebrating our Navajo Nation employees that have retired. And we have gone through so much during this pandemic, so we want to continue in hosting the celebration to celebrate with everybody. I know we have lost some loved ones during the pandemic. We have lost some individuals that have retired, but we want you to continue to stay strong and be resilient. We want to appreciate all the retirees. We know now that there's a lot of work ahead of you at home. However, we wish you the best in everything that you do. We want to congratulate you for all the accomplishments that you have made while you were employed as a Navajo Nation employee. Akawan Sogoshe Kodo Hihet Nihidin Nido Ane Dyson Sai Kode Yat Elne Dado Adon Hatan Hinne Joot A Ni E Hitahuil Zato Nasco Net Nij Hiena Da Iltito. Kohan Sogoshe, as a Division Director of Human Resource, I'd like to welcome all our listeners, and may we have a great celebration with our retiree recognition.
Thank you. Shimakuro Aya, Njonogo Ekodoni, Henzi, Ako Hot Ani, Hode Dahusago, Adit, it's not Agi, Kuroshi, Aya, Nasna, Hall, Gistoli, or Joyan, Aya, Abanan, Sholot, and has twin, then Ginakil, Ego Juka, and Hana Ash, Asian Binakuro, Ayapa, Patahidil At, Oko, Aji, Aya, Nihinant, and then again, the Navajo of a cap of Cardon Hinant. The Honorable Jonathan Nez, Adon Tita, Yeshinani, Lenigi First Lady, Joequa, Eya Nahana Ajot, Eshin Kodobata with his Ato Eya, Kodo Eya Nature, Eya Hat, Zitole, Dona Hehe.
To here, then Mr. Chi, Ado Dysonol Tsagi, Ano Danhinatigi, Dysonol Tsagi, she Dan Arnold, Dabadi, Sunala. So, Kodo, Nahayat, Kito, Nahaho, Hela, Sunala. Ado, Kodosh, she ain't Slido, Tkanesani, Ebashin, Twedichini, the Shichido, Tkachini, the Shanala. Ado, Trapaha, Shalchin, She Kodo Dina, First Lady, Ainhija Hatzi, told the She Kodo, Naha Henson, Kodo, Lana, Hina, Nishadala. Shalchin, Shikado Shidne. La Eko na Nish da Solpa, that Nilia. A conde, La Shina Nish, Halogo at Aya, Halanas Ad. Hut Ethe, Shmadosh Kushidini. The La Nachi, Shmanle Tuneshid, it's Is, Bahayaj Nurse and Long La Benachi. Adosh Jedo Navajo Tribal Utility Authority General Nisha. Asla na din. Dobe la na geot abananish isla. Aronanish yospa. Akonde. DJ andi bananish och yukad. Nlehanas ana bekashi. Ya haliado an hilida. Ya haliadak etta ya. Ahot esla laya. Ahot ani yada ho ashi. Retirees. Ahot yan dat nuskado ni hidak etta da halon. Ni hilida ba da hosnya ot trudan da ho hieho. Sa handi tunda hi kieho ot ben natch shi kodo ni hitzil ni hina nishitalla shik enollini. Hada enollno beken so zon sa shi nes na nachi. Dobala na din da thatin disdin slatin nache da noch da noch hula n son kodo nachab kodo bansis kesh enollini alon junugon hiya da ho atla n son bansis kesh kodo nihnash on hinanish dallagi beninadish nigia aro ya do na nishalon da don need Sashi ya dona khabi gata tan hido nidnte na nishbike kodo na nish chidot alta do no da solpa sa e ko nin de kregi o yo asade do dan hit ni ho ya a ko do dan hin zinda lat di ni ya Navajo Nation le o de e nas nstole asade do tabed ni ho a de sa da ni se do da shin zinda a konde ni hikodo na nista so spanigi la do tashin hito ninde kodo e ya she ya na nishid do alta no sono a hot e ya na nista so spa ba he nits in kodo shinab Vice President Meyer Lizer aro bil inash inigido Ophelia First Lady Second Lady Dottie Lizer so congratulations dan hiti nido des shi so do de nek eche ni ha des jo Allah Bahajit zihit end, tragil now hadanna. I wanted to first of all congratulate all our retirees. Amongst what we're going through, you persevered. You continued to work, and you continued to help your people all the way to the end of your tenure or your assignment. And we thank you for your hard work and your dedication. And there are many people to thank today for your resilience. Your parents, your grandparents who taught you well to not give up, to persevere. Just looking at the list of names on the program, I see strength and resilience. That word, hadainosne, is what you have done throughout these many years, and you never gave up. And many of you, I'm sure, as Dan mentioned earlier, Mr. Chi said, you started at a very young age. And you know what? Many of you were probably told you're not qualified or you don't have the experience. But you know what? You didn't give up. You continued to fill out those applications and persevere. And you got that job. And I just want to say thank you for the many years of services. See, that should be magnified amongst our younger generation, not to give up. I love you young people, but some of us will say, when we apply only one time to a management position, and you're fresh out of school, and then we say, they don't want me. They're lying. They don't want the younger generation. See, a lot of these individuals that are on the list today, they started from the bottom, right? Entry level. And they worked hard, and they were brought up into these management positions. So I want to encourage you young people, as we see over 320 retirees. That means there are 320 plus vacancies now. We encourage you to come and, be strong and not to give up. The door is wide open for your return. But today is a celebration for our retirees. As we are coming out of this pandemic, we have seen many of our Navajo Nation employees step up. Our warriors and our lady warriors stepping up to help our Navajo citizens. Yes, there are people out there that will say, well, they're not doing anything. And I beg to differ. Our Navajo Nation employees have been on the front lines of this pandemic, helping each and every one of you, helping our grandparents, our nullies out there throughout this pandemic. And they should be commended for their service. And guess what? I'm sad to say that some of the Navajo Nation employees lost their lives to COVID-19 because they were on the front lines, being warriors and lady warriors. And let us remember their legacy as well. And overall, throughout this Navajo Nation, there have been 1,334 of our Navajo relatives who lost their lives to COVID-19. And our thoughts and prayers go out to each and every one of those family members. but we are a nation of strength. All the Navajo Nation employees, the Navajo Nation people persevered through this pandemic. And people ask me, Mr. Chi, how did the Navajo Nation get out of this? And it's an easy response, because they honored and respected the people in positions of leadership. Our frontline workers, our leaders, our doctors, our nurses, listening to science, listening to our way of life teaching. That's what got us through. And we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's because of these retirees. It's because of our Navajo Nation employees. And I just ask for the Navajo people to say thank you to them. Many of them walk the aisles, the halls of these buildings as we are reopening up gradually. Say thank you. And tell them that you appreciate that. Because that will inspire hope within our people. And so with the 2019 and the 2020 retirees, we congratulate you. I know retirement, all the years of service that you have sacrificed for the Navajo people, and you'll be given some awards, and we appreciate you, and we're going to continue to pray for you, because you know why? Once you get home, all the things that you didn't do at home for the past 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years is waiting for you at home. And that's going to be a lot. I know my parents say the same thing. But we wish you well. And we want to also encourage you to say hi to us. Come back and say hi to your colleagues. I don't want to make this too long, but I also want to just say to and acknowledge the Retirement Plan Administration Committee, our RPAC, Department of Retirement Services, the Division of Human Resources, Dr. Fowler and her team, the Budget and Finance Committee, and the 24th Navajo Nation Council. Chair Henio, Andrea Holmes, who's been helping out with the RPAC, and the whole entire staff that are here today. We wish we could have this celebration with each and every one of you, and to put that Pendleton blanket on you and to shake your hand, but we're not able to because we're not out of this pandemic yet. So we ask for your patience and your understanding. And then this is the way we are going to be doing the celebration for your retirement. So God bless you. Thank you so much for the hard work that you have done on behalf of our Navajo people. Because of you, we have hope and we're inspired. I'm inspired. The work ethics. We were just counting down how many years I was in. Some of you 30 plus years, 40 plus years, 50 plus years. Young people, that should be an inspiration to us all, that we can be able to have one job for that long. I know public administration, that's our background. People go through different specializations. But look, some of these individuals here have worked 30, 40, 50 plus years in their position. That's got to be commended. Throughout the many administrations, Peter McDonald, all the way to the Nez Leiser administration, we continue to pray for you. God bless you. God bless our great Navajo Nation. And I'll turn the time over to our First Lady, Ophelia Nez.
Yeah, it's a good day. You know, it's so good to be here with everybody watching. And then, of course, congratulations to all the retirees. And this is probably a bittersweet moment for all of you. You know, he mentioned retirement, right? You look back on all the years of service you've given to the Navajo Nation. And, you know, sometimes we just go day to day, not fully embracing the adventures that we have. But I'm sure some of you are probably sitting there now thinking back through all your years, and you know, there's a lot of fun times in there. And now that you're retired, you know, you're probably thinking, what next? And I just want to encourage you. You know, you can do a lot of mentoring, and from your years of service. I mean, that's a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills, a lot of life experience in there. And you can mentor that not just within your families, but also within your communities. And think about giving some a lot of it comes back in volunteerism, but giving back to your communities and to the Navajo Nation in those ways. And then, of course, within your own homes, you have a lot to share with your children, with your grandchildren, and you're already a good role model. They look up to you. You share those stories, and a lot of times we go off to school, we come back with all our education, and but when you return here, there's a lot of learning to be done as well. Navajo Nation, as Navajo people, we have a different worldview. We have our own teachings, we have our own language, and you have to always complement those two together. In order to make anything move on the Navajo Nation, you have to, everything is community-based, and it starts at the home level. And a lot of kinship, a lot of clan relations, and that's really where it all begins. And so having so many years of service to the Navajo Nation, I'm sure all of you know that, and you're the ones you model that for us, and it's important that the younger generations learn from you what it really takes to build relationships, to really work collaboratively towards certain goals that we want to see in the future. So and congratulations, and have good happy years in the future.
Thank you. Aja njono ega ni jahazi ni nan ato ilhinani lenigi First Lady. To le la aja ado onde ta ya no sada shi ade ya dan hinal ko ya adi pengepi. I sin sago ayan ha ni zindo da shin tsugo ya nanish o sage ya zadan sago ya dan hiti nedije. Ohat ela ko shin ko don hinan ta kyon da sutagi. At this time, we'll go ahead and turn the time over to the Vice President of the Navajo Nation, the Honorable Marian Leiser.
Yat bene Vice President Leiser here, Comanche Nishle, Tohana Basistin, Do Comanche Deshache, Glasha Deshanelli. It's good to be with you all at this Navajo Nation retiree celebration. And so I'd like to say that my wife, Dottie, the Second Lady of the Navajo Nation, is working hard towards her retirement as well. So she can't be here, but she sends her best, and prayers go forward with you all. All of our retirees had a plan to work, receive compensation for working in a field, a chosen profession. I learned early on and was taught that find something you love to do, and you'll never have a job. For if we didn't do that, if life took us down some path where we found ourselves living paycheck to paycheck, God forbid, but then our job just became that, a J-O-B. We were just over broke. So being that as it may, you may be retiring from work for working for the Navajo Nation, but let us not think of this as that, as some do, the ending of a career, but as a repurposement, not a retirement. You are being repurposed now. You are ceremoniously moving on to your next assignment. This is the exciting part. Your new, invigorating next position in life. So find yourself with new vigor as you receive and go through all of these celebrations and retirement dinners, and as President and First Lady said, you're receiving the plaques and the awards and the blankets and the shawls. But find yourself with new vigor. Find yourself serving others with more zeal. These will keep you feeling young at heart in your retirement, in your repurposement. So your attitude and how you look at retirement will serve you well if you make a way for it. When God first created man in Genesis, God created Adam and gives him charge to work and manage the garden. He is to have dominion over the earth, God told him. And God gave Adam a job. So God chose him for that job and gave him a clear job description. Adam enjoyed his work and the literal fruit of his labor. Then sin entered the world. You know, what this tells us is that work is good. It was created before the fall of man, and it was integral to how God designed us, and always part of his plan for us. And research even supports God's original design, that working keeps our bodies healthy, our minds sharp, and our lifespan longer. So we know that work is good. But does that mean retirement is bad? Certainly not. The only mention of retirement found in Scripture is in Numbers 8:25. It refers to the Levites, the priestly tribe of Israel, living off the tithes and offerings of God's people and retiring at the age of 50. So there is no other direction found in Scripture that would suggest we should retire. But that doesn't mean retirement is bad. No, it doesn't. But it does mean that it should be viewed from a different perspective. So repurposement, not retirement. Let this encourage you as you take up your new schedules, as you take up new regimens. We just heard earlier from Second Lady Paphilia that maybe looking to volunteer, looking to be a mentor in your repurposement. But prayerfully, we as leadership, President Jonathan Nez and I as Vice President, we hope that your new perspective on retirement is way above all you could ask or think. Enjoy your grandchildren and the fun times you will have. Volunteering, mentoring, and serving others, your treasure will be laid up in heaven. Ache, God bless you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Vice President. We thank you very much. Aro under the keynote speaker panahol jistoli. Jo kudo hanana jistoli Honorable Jamie Hinio, RPAC Chair with the 24th Navajo Nation Council, kudo banada hodila.
Derte di binibi ya kodoba hela di hota ya di ekisnata hani tlonegi di de koyos kalim nacha ada kodoya tseni chida tisil sheya Jamie Hinyo koda ya beshat zanaka ada tlachinde nasha ada beshmahas ani ada batkad shahako 24th Navajo Nation Council ata satako ada toji leto Isso adi trago ya zoi batkad shahako ebinach koya nich idas sida ado bedak egi ya kodoi hashlishin shlon Todichini bashishin toket lineage cheda that tobaj azation leader dako. So even nach ya kodo dis jine ya ba hele ko. Di ya kodo Navajo Nation khana lishigi. Jo kodo nanisha yo spanigi. Jo ko ebel na si khagli de is jine ko. Adon da kodo ya di hadit such dot ni digi Keynote digi. Jo ba hele San Diego. Kuta ya kodo ashte ji given na sha shde kedi binachem. Adob na ya di ko beshbahas anishna nishte hagi ya di ya chair of the Navajo Nation 24th Navajo Nation Council of Budget and Finance. J ya da ta ko. Adon the D Retirement Plan Administration Committee. J chairman nashte no. Hota ya di na nishne shani liako. So even not ya dis ya kodo at sahagi ya dida Mr. Arnold Chi kon hayat virtual host bakao jo ya hala koda ya khawi latligi adon dan juno citizen khaha otzidi bini biye even not kon ya hiltahani tlo kodo ba heli ko hotan juno citizen khabe khat so adob not hot ayol khali di bini biye ya the hiltahani tlo ko Adon da kon ya di nainat ani kodot hata hasi jelo ba heli ko yego ya bestandligo shi ko ya niltahalna ko at in the hinda il tatana di kuta ya da ilhiba nzbahajja ko ado dio shinat ani linigi President Jonathan Nez ado Vice President Myron Lizer jo ya Kotashi Hashil Soshea in a short lag, Diotas Hautzigi, Adon Bishmas Anolsko, 24th Navajo Nation Council. Jo ya dide any nanche date any combination ya con e nasonat at echo. So even that ya di con ya dide but nice strategy retirement plan administration committee. Jo ya dide any nanche date di Navajo Nation retirement plan do benefits. Jo ajaba achayado man besos niliba na hat akoshana tani aji tranahas tranigi. Jo Sabati Silaha. Raymond Smith Jr., Vice Chairman. Adon Elizabeth Obigay, representing the Office of the Controller. Adon the Chief Justice, Joanne Jane, Department Navajo Nation Judicial Branch, Aja Yayatke. Adon Ms. Resita Tadi, Navajo Nation Department of Human Resources. Adon Dr. Pearl Yellowman, Navajo Nation Department of Community Development. Jota Danasi Tranco, Eota Distin Ebnach Conde Aditsa Nidi, Eota Bayashki Doko. A Codi Nanish Yegi, J. Sin Sago, Dako, Ebnach Dicon, di the base of its Sadon Dotati, J. Betahayeko, but Kodai by Hele Dinanish Spanigi, retirement, Yagi. Jo I see Yego business salo. Ado di Hashil so binda nice di neo. Ado not ilu. Ado your cut on lay could Hanan shitch ile. Adon lay kade ouda. At least Gioda was not ilyeho. Out aya the quishi Nikinaka. Hot aya di the Navajo Nation bundle nisho. Jo eben na J. Coy and he, she says in by Henderson. Ado Conde Yadi, Nilak Yagi, Edexotba, Ado a retirement benefits your Yagi base of the Sotbanigi, Joida as Bazano Yego, Benginda Shotnish. A coeta Yadi by Hitni Silo. Adon the Ninaso, Hashita any Nanshina, Enigido, Nanshatla. Ah, wonder, though, you had neatly. Dida. Hagashi, Ada even a JD Conde. Yan di nanisho liegi de solpa. So benach ya di con ni like at liegi AD by Hedley con Adon the year shame Minienda shortlish. Halat de chiho. Johota ya di con ya nanisho smita nile at Kana ni Madoni Jado ni Masando ni Chesanyoshio ni lende Eya Bikata ni coni la de chi. The Quishinaha Navajo Nation Bandasnisho. Jo eben nach Yati, Yos Banit Eho. So ben nach Kina so Dide, Hashid Kodo, wonder. Nanishocha, you had Nile, Ani Hoteko. Dinanishot me. I don't lay her wonder Jetaha, she had on the Shnat Lonely Adam. So when nach Nile. There's no such thing as retirement. And there's more work to do at home than at work. So even that she idea one the she ni banahas khani pedo ni hilnishi da halla ada ha one benago da hodo lida e kwigo she you any ba ade ko ado ko ya na khalchini da tehgi da ni tsoke da tehgi ni nali da tehnali ke da jo ya ko de ni pashi na has trato e she ashan ko de kare kon diga question e koni kholo do ko ni na gado. And it's not a shon a retiree la. When Zenoshia added any banahas ni banahas transloko. So even that JD called the recognition Nahalia this Jacob. Adon that they call Nanishis of Banigi 10 to 19 years at the Hegi Joena Nzana and Nish Adabalach 20 to 29 years. Ahananate Adon the 30 to 34 years. Adon the 35 years or more. Jota ya ni look at the alie koso ota ya ba ken san ho she kodo sun even na jem ado kodo this je ya yego ya be dasli ko di retire daslagi ado Navajo Nation retirement benefits so kodoshi hashin son din dan khan dal nishigi jo ya ajna nishdi de njuna de ko ado be na che hashin so she ya di ko de Chicago واللي خليت دي benefits دي شميلي جدا خاجة لنا أنا نالصوصنا دي شلتي دا نصنيجي هذا بتشن دا صوتيه هذا أني كانت جهكو لون جنو ديلني شكو so بناتش دي هتا so هنيش لادا هذا بناتش دي كون دي شيء كون يكون شلادا دي virtual retirement celebration يلي هاجي بناتش وان شيء جنو 진야신 가다리아라 아도 바사 카나다 신 카나스 카도 원데 야디 코니 원데니 니 바나스 카니기 저 야 헤탄즈나 토코 so ibn ya kuta elso hasido aheha ado congratulations nikadishido dischibi ado annasu de ya konde an khanna dishta definition ban nanishin no solo ado tehda ado tehda jota din can experience even that ya ba kodo hada nit ko ako ta kon so la ko anot khoshikeda no linigido aheha di khaditsa shido nidigi benna di ko ani khonshnako
na ade jonago Honorable Jamie Hinio ni jahatse ni nan ta an lage ne page ba sa ane aje do aro ne da honde da hus ago dan hin na game ashi 2019 retirees aje bed out all thing to the loko hot end honde ene ba hot an get jodan la da ene ko asin dan din da ni jo ba da cha an ge nan da inishigi bi ko ne ako and esahilin ko edashin so moment of silence li hagi hot ko ba andil inda na ge hol system hot enishi hot ba da nilto adon da bikedo ge 2019 retirees aja bad hot all zi to betrada oji do le ishin don ge number of years in dashin shigi adon da ge departments yan da shin da anda choi hot aja betra oji do le ashin ge hot da il nahto le
2019 retirees in memoriam. Joanne Begay from Tuba City, Arizona. Joanne worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Self-Reliance in Tuba City. Eddie Benali from Church Rock, New Mexico. Eddie worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Fish and Wildlife in Tallahatchie. Jimmy Claw Sr. from Chinle, Arizona. Jimmy worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Chinle. Ben C. Manuelito from Winter Rock, Arizona. Ben worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Fleet Management in Winter Rock. Ned Morris from Tallahatchie, New Mexico. Ned worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Program in Crown Point. Ella Shorty from St. Michael's, Arizona. Ella worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Fort Defiance. Pauline So from Gap, Arizona. Pauline worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Gap. Nelson Woody from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Nelson worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Fort Defiance. Sarah P. Yazzie from Theroux, New Mexico. Sarah worked with the Department of Health, TB Control Program in Gallup. 2019 retirees, 10 to 19 years. Virginia Arizona Fat from Cedar Ridge, Arizona. Virginia worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Page and Kaibito. Earl Ashley from Mettmore, New Mexico. Earl worked with the Office of the Controller, Credit Services in Winter Rock. Jenny Barlow Eldridge from Tuba City, Arizona. Jenny worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Land Department in Fort Defiance. Jenny Vicente from Continental Divide, New Mexico. Jenny worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Crown Point. Howard P. Begay from Pinon, Arizona. Howard worked with Navajo Arts and Crafts Enterprise in Window Rock. Darlene A. Benally from Window Rock, Arizona. Darlene worked with the Division of Social Services Administration in Window Rock. Marie A. Benally from Hunters Point, Arizona. Marie worked with the Division of Social Services, Child Care and Development Fund in Window Rock. Perphelia Bradley from Window Rock, Arizona. Perphelia worked with Legislative Branch, Office of Legislative Services in Window Rock. Jacqueline Cambridge Boleyn from Vicente, New Mexico. Jacqueline worked with Judicial Branch, Crown Point Judicial District in Crown Point. Josephine M. Carl from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Josephine worked with the Division of Economic Development, Navajo Times in Window Rock. Dennison J. Chaco from Theroux, New Mexico. Dennison worked with the Division of Public Safety, Emergency Medical Services in Crown Point. Merwin Chi from Ganado, Arizona. Merwin worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Fleet Management in Window Rock. Claudia A. Klitso from Shanto, Arizona. Claudia worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Shanto. Rose A. Cowboy from Crown Point, New Mexico. Rose worked with the Division of Social Services, Child Care and Development Fund in Crown Point. Jerry Davis from Chinle, Arizona. Jerry worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Pinon. Lorraine Daya from Pine Springs, Arizona. Lorraine worked with Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Ganado. David Dennison from Coyote Canyon, New Mexico. David worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Forestry Department in Fort Defiance. Emma Etziti from Theroux, New Mexico. Emma worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Theroux. Alberta Frazier from Red Valley, Arizona. Alberta worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Shiprock. Chester R. Hale from Chinle, Arizona. Chester worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Corrections in Chinle. Susie Hatali from Cedar Ridge, Arizona. Susie worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Gap and Lachute. Roy S. Henry Sr. from Pine Hill, New Mexico. Roy worked with the Judicial Branch, Rama Judicial District in Rama. Verlina Hunt from Farmington, New Mexico. Verlina worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Workers' Compensation in Shiprock. Nancy Jackson from Holbrook, Arizona. Nancy worked with the Division of Social Services, Child Care and Development Fund in Greasewood. Esther J. James from Coyote Canyon, New Mexico. Esther worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Twin Lakes. Rena A. John from Jedito, Arizona. Rena worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Jedito. Kathy B. Jones from Steamboat, Arizona. Kathy worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Window Rock. Gloria J. Kinsel from Shiprock, New Mexico. Gloria worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Shiprock. Norman Lee from Shiprock, New Mexico. Norman worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Shiprock. Wilbert V. Lilly from Crystal, New Mexico. Wilbert worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Safety of Dams Program in Fort Defiance, Arizona. Judith A. Livingston from Window Rock, Arizona. Judith worked with the Office of the President and Vice President, Office of the Navajo Tax Commission in Window Rock. Luther B. Livingston from Nosh Chitty, New Mexico. Luther worked with the Department of Health Food Distribution Program in Nosh Chitty. Ernestine R. Lynch from Chinle, Arizona. Ernestine worked with the Department of Health Health Education Program in Chinle. Evelyn Maki from Zuni, New Mexico. Evelyn worked with the Department of Health Special Diabetes Program in Window Rock. Verna Manny from Steamboat, Arizona. Verna worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Child Support Services in St. Michael's. Arlene McCabe from Kintlachi, Arizona. Arlene worked with the Division of Social Services, Fort Defiance Regional Office in St. Michael's. Jane Mitchell from Chinle, Arizona. Jane worked with the Division of Community Development, Administrative Service Center in Chinle. Eugene S. Monty from Alamo, New Mexico. Eugene worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Alamo. Jenny P. Montoya from Torreon, Star Lake, New Mexico. Jenny worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Pueblo Pintado. Tom C. Morgan from Kintlachi, Arizona. Tom worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Ganado. Mary L. Murphy from Shiprock, New Mexico. Mary worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development Fund in Pinon. Andrew J. Nelson from Sheep Springs, New Mexico. Andrew worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Two Gray Hills. Catherine Nelson from Delcon, Arizona. Catherine worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Program in Indian Wells. Caroline K. Nutlewis from Pinon, Arizona. Caroline worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Pinon. Harold E. Pete from Red Valley, Arizona. Harold worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Shiprock. Laverne E. Platero from Tohajale, New Mexico. Laverne worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Pinedale. Carol B. Poncho from Red Valley, Arizona. Carol worked with the Department of Health, Uranium Workers Program in Shiprock. Glenn M. Renner from Anath, Utah. Glenn worked with the Judicial Branch, Anath Judicial District in Anath. Mary R. Roan from Window Rock, Arizona. Mary worked with the Office of the President and Vice President, Navajo Nation, Washington Office in Window Rock, Arizona. Perry J. Robinson from Pinon, Arizona. Perry worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Shiprock. Mary Z. Sampson from Tuba City, Arizona. Mary worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Tuba City. Deanne B. Sandoval from Twin Lakes, New Mexico. Deanne worked with Department of Health, Health Education Program in Gallup. Preston Sandoval from Crown Point, New Mexico. Preston worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Crown Point. Melissa L. Silversmith from Crown Point, New Mexico. Melissa worked with the Department of Health, Navajo Nation WIC Program in Crown Point. Harold Scow from Bluff, Utah. Harold worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Information Technology in Window Rock. Irma J. Smith from Keyenta, Arizona. Irma worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Tuba City. Lolita Spencer from Two Gray Hills, New Mexico. Lolita worked with the Department of Health, Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act in Shiprock. Norman R. Stevens from Coppermine, Arizona. Norman worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Kaibito. Jasper Thomas from Window Rock, Arizona. Jasper worked with the Department of Health, Food Distribution Program in Church Rock. Lorinda Toribio from Tohatchee, New Mexico. Lorinda worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Window Rock. Marie M. Sosi from Shiprock, New Mexico. Marie worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Shiprock. Roy Sosi from Window Rock, Arizona. Roy worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Window Rock. Sadie H. Sosi from Sweetwater, Arizona. Sadie worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Sweetwater. Jeanette Weiss from Ojo Encino, New Mexico. Jeanette worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Crown Point. Shirley J. Whitehat from Inscription House, Arizona. Shirley worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Inscription House. Clara D. Williams from Tisto, Arizona. Clara worked with the Division of Community Development, Local Governance Support Center in White Cone. Debbie J. Wilson from Oak Springs, Arizona. Debbie worked with the Division of Social Services, Indian Child Welfare Act program in Window Rock. Ernest Wilson from Gallup, New Mexico. Ernest worked with the Division of General Services, Fleet Management in Window Rock. Phyllis Wilson from Noshchitty, New Mexico. Phyllis worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Newcomb. Sarah Yazzie from Bird Springs, Arizona. Sarah worked with the Division of Social Services, Strengthening Families Program in Delcon. 2019 retirees, 20 to 29 years. Genevieve B. from Fruitland, New Mexico. Genevieve worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Upper Fruitland. Bertha A. Begay from Delcon, Arizona. Bertha worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Delcon. Cecilia R. Begay from Lukachugai, Arizona. Cecilia worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Lukachugai. Cornelia L. Begay from Shiprock, New Mexico. Cornelia worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Shiprock. Elaine J. Begay from Denahotso, Arizona. Elaine worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Program in Denahotso. Elizabeth O. Begay from Window Rock, Arizona. Elizabeth worked with Legislative Branch, Office of the Auditor General in Window Rock. Sherry L. Begay from Denahotso, Arizona. Sherry worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Corrections in Kayenta. Franklin S. Begay from Saline, Arizona. Franklin worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Crown Point. Arlene R. Benali from Yatahey, New Mexico. Arlene worked with the Division of Human Resources, Staff Development and Training in Window Rock. Rosita Bino from Flagstaff, Arizona. Rosita worked with the Department of Health, Health Education Program in Tuba City. Rena M. Brown from Noslini, Arizona. Rena worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Noslini. Jean R. Calamity from Inscription House, Arizona. Jean worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Inscription House. Helen F. Jeremiah from Farmington, New Mexico. Helen worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Shiprock. Direne Curley from Sonosti, New Mexico. Direne worked with the Division of Community Development, Local Governance Support Center in Sonosti. June G. Curtis from Kinlachee, Arizona. June worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Fort Defiance. Wallace L. Dawes from Manuelito, New Mexico. Wallace worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Crown Point. Phyllis J. Dawson from Mexican Springs, New Mexico. Phyllis worked with the Division of Social Services, Crown Point Regional Office in Mexican Springs. Rita A. Donahue from Crown Point, New Mexico. Rita worked with the Department of Health Food Distribution Program in Crown Point. Howard P. Draper from St. Michael's, Arizona. Howard worked with the Division of Natural Resources, General Land Development Department in Window Rock. Marie Frances Begay from Keynote, Arizona. Marie worked with the Department of Health, Navajo Public Health Nursing Program in Keynote. Adriel R. Heisey from Crawford, Colorado. Adriel worked with the Division of General Services, Navajo Air Transportation Department in Window Rock. Mary T. Hopkins from St. Michael's, Arizona. Mary worked with the Office of the President and Vice President, Navajo Telecommunications Regulatory Commission in Window Rock. Eileen Hoschchain from Kaibito, Arizona. Eileen worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Kaibito. Marilyn A. Johnson from Twin Lakes, New Mexico. Marilyn worked with the Division of Economic Development, Department of Tourism in St. Michael's. Raymond Jones from Rock Point, Arizona. Raymond worked with the Office of the President and Vice President, Veterans Administration in Chinle. Beulah A. Judy from Smoke Signals, Arizona. Beulah worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Cottonwood. Herman Largo from Wheatfields, Arizona. Herman worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Chinle. Ida M. Lee from Shiprock, New Mexico. Ida worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Shiprock. Sita J. Lee from Church Rock, New Mexico. Sita worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Church Rock. Lawrence Long from Rock Springs, New Mexico. Lawrence worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Child Support Services in St. Michael's. Ray B. Lewis from Crystal, New Mexico. Ray worked with the Department of Health, Special Diabetes Program in Window Rock. Lula M. Mariano from Crown Point, New Mexico. Lula worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Crown Point. Gibson McDonald from Shiprock, New Mexico. Gibson worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Shiprock. Sadie A. Morgan from Thoreau, New Mexico. Sadie worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Thoreau. Betty M. Morris from Shiprock, New Mexico. Betty worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Shiprock. Mildred B. Morris from Tehachapi, New Mexico. Mildred worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Gallup. Vera E. Murphy from Crown Point, New Mexico. Vera worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Crown Point. Edison Nelson from Window Rock, Arizona. Edison worked with the Department of Health, Special Diabetes Program in Window Rock. Vernita Namkina from Licuchguy, Arizona. Vernita worked with the Judicial Branch, Chinle Judicial District in Chinle. Ella R. Scott from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Ella worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Fort Defiance. Arlton Teengar from Chechota, New Mexico. Arlton worked with the Division of General Services, Facilities Maintenance in Fort Defiance. Valsita A. Thompson from St. Michael's, Arizona. Valsita worked with Legislative Branch, Office of Legislative Services in Window Rock. Bessie Tom from Keyenta, Arizona. Bessie worked with the Department of Health, Navajo Public Health Nursing Program in Keyenta. Lorraine E. Sosi from Many Farms. Lorraine worked with Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Chinle. Minnie A. Sosi from Saline, Arizona. Minnie worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Saline. Rebecca R. Sosi from Crystal, New Mexico. Rebecca worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Program in Crystal. Virginia Vandiver from Smith Lake, New Mexico. Virginia worked with Judicial Branch, Probation Services in Window Rock. David L. Warren from Gamerco, New Mexico. David worked with the Division of Transportation, Department of Airports Management in San Benito. Carlene M. Juanica from Kinlachi, Arizona. Carlene worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Window Rock. Victoria J. Woody from Steamboat, Arizona. Victoria worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Window Rock. Billy Yazzie Jr. from Standing Rock, New Mexico. Billy worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Land Development in Crown Point. Pauline Yazzie from Totalina, New Mexico. Pauline worked with Judicial Branch, Window Rock Judicial District in Window Rock. Selma Yeslith from Keams Canyon, Arizona. Selma worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Jedito. 2019 retirees, 30 to 34 years. Geraldine Ahastine from Low Mountain, Arizona. Geraldine worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Low Mountain. Gladys Ambrose, Wide Ruins, Arizona. Gladys worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Window Rock. Shirley M. Barney from Mexican Springs, New Mexico. Shirley worked with the Division of General Services, Safety and Loss Control Program in Window Rock. Benjamin L. Bennett from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Benjamin worked with the Division of Transportation, Department of Highway Safety in San Benito. Nelson Billy from Chinle, Arizona. Nelson worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Information Technology in Window Rock. Julia W. Bizahaloni from Keyenta, Arizona. Julia worked with the Division of Public Safety, Emergency Medical Services in Keyenta. Ronald C. Brown from Tuba City, Arizona. Ronald worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Tuba City. Antonio Cook from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Antonio worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Window Rock. Edbert Dixon from Church Rock, New Mexico. Edbert worked with the Department of Health Food Distribution Program in Church Rock. Jeffrey Etzity from St. Michael's, Arizona. Jeffrey worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Fort Defiance. Annie Etzity from Hard Rock, Arizona. Annie worked with the Department of Health, Navajo Nation WIC program in Winslow. Kathleen T. Francis from Cottonwood, Arizona. Kathleen worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Blue Gap. Brenda L. Harrison from Hogback, New Mexico. Brenda worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Shiprock. Rita Hutchison from Red Valley, Arizona. Rita worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Shiprock. Victoria M. Joe from Noslini, Arizona. Victoria worked with the Judicial Branch, Chinle Judicial District in Chinle. Peter J. Kekos from Farmington, New Mexico. Peter worked with the Division of Transportation, Project Management in Farmington. Kendall D. Lowing Jr. from Round Rock, Arizona. Kendall worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Chinle. Kenneth E. Nez from Window Rock, Arizona. Kenneth worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Burnside. Virgil Pablo from Zuni, New Mexico. Virgil worked with the Division of Social Services, Contract Compliance Section in Window Rock. Melva Ramsey from Ganado, Arizona. Melva worked with the Judicial Branch, Administrative Office of the Courts in Window Rock. Sarah H. Sandoval from Cudillay, New Mexico. Sarah worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Shiprock. Imogene Tabaha from Coal Mine, New Mexico. Imogene worked with the Division of Human Resources, Office of Vital Records and Identification in Fort Defiance. Darlene A. Yazzie from Window Rock, Arizona. Darlene worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Window Rock. Freddie N. Yazzie from Pinon, Arizona. Freddie worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Window Rock. 2019 retirees, 35 years or more. Barbara J. Ahastine from Tisto, Arizona. Barbara worked with the Department of Health, Executive Office in Window Rock. Lorenzo C. Bates from Upper Fruitland, New Mexico. Lorenzo worked with Legislative Branch, Office of the Speaker in Window Rock. Gloria Benali from Church Rock, New Mexico. Gloria worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Window Rock. Eloise M. Blackgoat from Black Hat, New Mexico. Eloise worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Gallup. Leroy J. Butler Sr. from Tuba City, Arizona. Leroy worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Tuba City. Ann L. Claw from Shiprock, New Mexico. Ann worked with the Department of Health, Child Care and Development Fund Program in Shiprock. Ruth Curley from Ganado, Arizona. Ruth worked with the Office of the Controller, Property Management Department in Chinle. Charlotte Franklin from Window Rock, Arizona. Charlotte worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Window Rock. Jane M. Harvey from Black Mesa, Arizona. Jane worked with the Department of Health, Navajo Nation WIC program in Kayenta. Lehman Harvey Sr. from Sweetwater, Arizona. Lehman worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Kayenta. Janice M. Haskey from Window Rock, Arizona, Office of the Controller, Purchasing in Window Rock. Genevieve Henry Nota from Tallahatchie, New Mexico. Genevieve worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Window Rock. Janet Hillis from Allentown, Arizona. Janet worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Gallup. Patricia Joe from Window Rock, Arizona. Patricia worked with Judicial Branch, Window Rock Judicial District in Window Rock. Jeanette L. Jones from Tallahatchie, New Mexico. Jeanette worked with Division of Economic Development, Department of Project Development in St. Michael's. Leona J. Kutzvima from Steamboat Canyon, Arizona. Leona worked with Department of Health, Navajo Nation WIC program in Ganado. Herman A. Lee from Lickachugai, Arizona. Herman worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Mini Farms. Kathleen B. Lee from Wide Ruins, Arizona. Kathleen worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Program in Hawk. Victoria A. MacArthur from Sawmill, Arizona. Victoria worked with Legislative Branch, Election Administration in Window Rock. Tom B. McCrae from Hard Rock, Arizona. Tom worked with the Judicial Branch, Tuba City Judicial District in Tuba City. Merlinda E. Miles from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Merlinda worked with Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Window Rock. Elaine Morgan from Dalton Pass, New Mexico. Elaine worked with Department of Justice, Office of the Prosecutor in Crown Point. Jefferson Plummer from St. Michael's, Arizona. Jefferson worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Forestry Department in Fort Defiance. Linda M. Riggs from Kentlachi, Arizona. Linda worked with Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Window Rock. Roberta Sam from Coyote Canyon, New Mexico. Roberta worked with Judicial Branch, Window Rock Judicial District in Window Rock. Rosalind H. Shirley from Kentlachi, Arizona. Rosalind worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Window Rock. Francine E. Tapija from Gallup, New Mexico. Francine worked with Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Crown Point. Carol J. Thomas from St. Michael's, Arizona. Carol worked with Department of Diné Education, Office of Standards, Curriculum, and Assessment Development in Window Rock. Helen B. Webster from Tuba City, Arizona. Helen worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Parks and Recreation in Cameron. Lucinda Yazzie from Window Rock, Arizona. Lucinda worked with the Division of Community Development, Department of Capital Management in Window Rock. Brunella M. Yazzie from Kentlachi, Arizona. Brunella worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Chinle.
Na che hode da hus out is not sage ja hot out again again 2019 hot ego ja nan shida gila gi betra ko na che hode da hus out da is not sage achi again again na tin do ba na tin kha ki pi ko ne hot ego betra na ochi do le ne is na nach do na ga khatin do sta nach do da go la on sagen das nicht
2020 Retirees in Memoriam. Darlena D. George from Shiprock, New Mexico. Darlena worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Shiprock. Sammy Jake from Farmington, New Mexico. Sammy worked with Navajo Agricultural Products Industry in Farmington. Jennifer Johnson Martinez from Twin Lakes, New Mexico. Jennifer worked with the Office of the President and Vice President, Public Defender Services in Window Rock. Genevieve B. Tooney from Bitter Springs, Arizona. Genevieve worked with Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Gap. Dennis Walker from Loop, Arizona. Dennis worked with the Department of Health Administrative Services in Loop. Henry Wallace from Shiprock, New Mexico. Henry worked with the Division of Public Safety, Emergency Medical Services in Window Rock. Tommy L. Yazzie from Kayenta, Arizona. Tommy worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Kayenta. 2020 Retirees, 10 to 19 years. Emma R. Albert from Sundance, New Mexico. Emma worked with the Division of Social Services, Indian Child Welfare Act program in St. Michael's. Rose A. Austin from Kayenta, Arizona. Rose worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Page and Kaibito. Pauline B. Bahi from Rough Rock, Arizona. Pauline worked with the Division of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Rough Rock. Jenny Vicente from Noshchiti, New Mexico. Jenny worked with the Department of Justice, Office of the Prosecutor in Crown Point. Elsie Benali from Window Rock, Arizona. Elsie worked with Legislative Branch, Office of the Auditor General in Window Rock. Raymond A. Benali from Window Rock, Arizona. Raymond worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Fort Defiance. Anselm B. Baya Jr. from Sawmill, Arizona. Anselm worked with Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Sawmill. Sharon F. Baya from Many Farms, Arizona. Sharon worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in Many Farms. Irene T. Black from Keynote, Arizona. Irene worked with the Division of Social Services, Department for Self-Reliance in Keynote. Linda Brown from Crown Point, New Mexico. Linda worked with the Division of Social Services, Department for Self-Reliance in Crown Point. Serafina Brown from Steamboat, Arizona. Serafina worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Fort Defiance. Donovan D. Brown Sr. from Anadarko, Oklahoma. Donovan worked with Legislative Branch, Human Rights Commission in Window Rock. Julia Clark from Chinle, Arizona. Julia worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Child Support Services in Chinle. McKinley L. Claw from Red Springs, New Mexico. McKinley worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Facilities Maintenance in Fort Defiance. Angela Davidson from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Angela worked with the Division of Social Services, Administration in Window Rock. Ricky Delgarito from Crown Point, New Mexico. Ricky worked with Judicial Branch, Crown Point Judicial District in Crown Point. Ronald Danette Dale from Noshchitty, New Mexico. Ronald worked with the Division of General Services, Navajo Transit System in Fort Defiance. Marie F. Desiderio from Crown Point, New Mexico. Marie worked with Department of Health, Food Distribution Program in Crown Point. Juanita N. Harrison from Red Valley, Arizona. Juanita worked with Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Red Valley. Genevieve J. Hubbard from Kinlachee, Arizona. Genevieve worked with Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Fort Defiance. Belinda Jarvison from Coyote Canyon, New Mexico. Belinda Jarvison worked with Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Twin Lakes. Maxine Jensen from Tisto, Arizona. Maxine worked with Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Loop. Delbert John from Sonosti, New Mexico. Delbert worked with Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Shiprock. Eloise Jones from Gutiahan, New Mexico. Eloise worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services, Youth Home in Shiprock. Dorothea J. Calico from Standing Rock, New Mexico. Dorothea worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Crown Point. Belissa Lee from Lukachigai, Arizona. Belissa worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Chinle. Nathaniel L. Leslie from Tuba City, Arizona. Nathaniel worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Fleet Management in Tuba City. Dorothy M. Martinez from Mexican Springs, New Mexico. Dorothy worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Mexican Springs. Gloria A. Morgan from Standing Rock, New Mexico. Gloria worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Fort Defiance. Amelia Nakai from Shiprock, New Mexico. Amelia worked with the Department of Diné Education, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitation Services in Shiprock. Juliana T. Nez from Crystal, New Mexico. Juliana worked with the Division of Social Services, Department for Self-Reliance in Window Rock. Louise Nez from Standing Rock, New Mexico. Louise worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Nahadashkij, New Mexico. Marvin L. Platero from Bloomfield, New Mexico. Marvin worked with the Navajo Agricultural Products Industry in Farmington. Francina M. Ramon from Crystal, New Mexico. Francina worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Corrections in Window Rock. Hazel B. Redbird from Chinle, Arizona. Hazel worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in Chinle. Catherine Ridenour from Clagato, Arizona. Catherine worked with Judicial Branch, Window Judicial District in Window. Alvina M. Slim from Tonalea, Arizona. Alvina worked with the Department of Health Food Distribution Program in Tuba City. Alfred K. Smart from Shiprock, New Mexico. Alfred worked with the Division of Human Resources, Navajo Office of Vital Records in Shiprock. Irvin Sosi from Cove, Arizona. Irvin worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Cove. Patricia A. Sosi from Salani, Cottonwood, Arizona. Patricia worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Chinle. Raymond Sosi from Crystal, New Mexico. Raymond Sosi worked with Legislative Branch, Office of the Navajo Government Development in Window. Sarah M. Sosi from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Sarah worked with Legislative Services, Community Services in Seattle. Irma M. Watchman from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Irma worked with Division of General Services, Department of Facilities Maintenance in Fort Defiance. Margaret R. Yazzie from Lupton, Arizona. Margaret worked with Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Lupton. Marjorie Yazzie from Shiprock, New Mexico. Marjorie worked with Division of Public Safety in Shiprock. Velia M. Yazzie from Tuba City, Arizona. Velia worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Kaibato. Victoria R. Yazzie from Shiprock, New Mexico. Victoria worked with Judicial Branch, Tuba City Judicial District in Tuba City. 2020 retirees, 20 to 29 years. Amy L. Alderman from Hockessin, Delaware. Amy worked with Office of the President and Vice President, Office of the Navajo Tax Commission in St. Michael's. Sherry Anderson from Tuba City, Arizona. Sherry worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Child Support Services in Tuba City. Lucinda M. Barney from Tohatchee, New Mexico. Lucinda worked with the Division of Community Development, Department of Administrative Services in Tohatchee. Alice L. Begay from St. Michael's, Arizona. Alice worked with the Department of Diné Education, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitation Services in Window. Vera V. Brown from Noshchitty, New Mexico. Vera worked with the Department of Diné Education, Department of Head Start in Shiprock. Leonard Chi from Loop, Arizona. Leonard worked with Executive Branch, Office of the President and Vice President in Window. Janice R. Damon from St. Michael's, Arizona. Janice worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Window. Johnny C. DeVore from Casimiro Lake, New Mexico. Johnny worked with Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Casimiro Lake. Helen Hale from Oak Springs, Arizona. Helen worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Retirement Services in Window. Julius Jackson from Tisto, Arizona. Julius worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Delcon. Gloria S. James from Tohatchee, New Mexico, Office of Special Education and Rehabilitation Services in Window. Sharon L. Jean from Navajo Mountain, Utah. Sharon worked with Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in Tuba City. Marilyn A. Joe from St. Michael's, Arizona. Marilyn worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Program in Nahat-Atzil. Pauline John from Indian Wells, Arizona. Pauline worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in Tuba City. Laverne B. Lane from Kayenta, Arizona. Laverne worked with the Department of Health, Navajo Health Education Program in Kayenta. Lester R. Lansing from Blanding, Utah. Lester worked with the Department of Health, Office of Environmental Health and Protection in Window Rock. Ralph Lee from St. Michael's, Arizona. Ralph worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Forestry Department in Fort Defiance. Henry K. Moore from Crystal, New Mexico. Henry worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Window Rock. Jonah P. Roanhorse from Chechota, New Mexico. Jonah worked with Legislative Branch, Navajo Election Administration in Window Rock. Tilda Sandoval from Torreon, New Mexico. Tilda worked with the Department of Education, Department of Head Start in Torreon. Mary L. Smiley from Ligachigai, Arizona. Mary worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Chinle. Rosita L. Smith from Baca Pruitt, New Mexico. Rosita worked with the Division of Community Development, Local Governance Support Center in Standing Rock. Leon Spencer from Istsosakad, New Mexico. Leon worked with the Division of Natural Resources, AML UMTRA Department in Shiprock. Geraldine Talk Blue Horse from Shiprock, New Mexico. Geraldine worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Criminal Investigations in Shiprock. Wilma Thin from Kayenta, Arizona. Wilma worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Kayenta. Jean Sitnagini from Shiprock, New Mexico. Jean worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Shiprock. Gregory Sosi from Chinle, Arizona. Gregory worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Chinle. Harry D. Sosi from Chinle, Arizona. Harry worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Chinle. Marlene A. Sosi from Ganado, Arizona. Marlene worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Fort Defiance. Alfina J. Wanika from Window Rock, Arizona. Alfina worked with the Division of Community Development, Navajo Housing Services in Window Rock. Judy R. Wileto from Tsa'iaha, Standing Rock, New Mexico. Judy worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Agriculture in Window Rock. Arminda M. Williams from Islas Bus, Arizona. Arminda worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Red Mesa. Eric Williams from Ganado, Arizona. Eric worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Corrections in Window Rock. Abigail E. Yazzie from Sanders, Arizona. Abigail worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Fort Defiance. Isabel A. Yazzie from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Isabel worked with the Department of Health Administration in Window Rock. Rosita Yazzie from Many Farms, Arizona. Rosita worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in Chinle. 2020 retirees, 30 to 34 years. Marjolaine Barney from Tallahatchie, New Mexico. Marjolaine worked with the Department of Health, Navajo Nation Special Diabetes Project in Chinle. Irving P. Brady from Sabanito, New Mexico. Irving worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Fort Defiance. Susie Bidone from Ganado, Arizona. Susie worked with the Division of Human Resources, Department of Workforce Development in Fort Defiance. Margie D. Craig from Crown Point, New Mexico. Margie worked with Judicial Branch, Crown Point Judicial District in Crown Point. Glenda S. Davis from Sawmill, Arizona. Glenda worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Fish and Wildlife in Window Rock. Imogene M. Deswood from St. Michael's, Arizona. Imogene worked with the Office of the Controller, Contract Accounting in Window Rock. Lorena C. Jack from Loop, Arizona. Lorena worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in Loop. Roy T. Jake from Crown Point, New Mexico. Roy worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Tuahajale. Laura Joe from Tisto, Arizona. Laura worked with the Department of Health, Division of Aging and Long-Term Care Support in Delcon. Albert Lee from Gallup, New Mexico. Albert worked with the Division of Economic Development, Department of Small Business Development in Church Rock. Perry Shirley from Lupton, Arizona. Perry worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Minerals Department in Windrock. Donna Tepsich Stolfa from Farmington, New Mexico. Donna worked with the Department of Health, Navajo WIC Nutrition Program in Shiprock. Genevieve J. Thorne from Tisto, Arizona. Genevieve worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Pinon. Benny Toledo from Sagebrush, New Mexico. Benny worked with the Division of General Services, Navajo Transit System in Fort Defiance. Harry Tom from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Harry worked with the Department of Health, New Dawn Program in Windrock. Raymond Sinjini from Tuba City, Arizona. Raymond worked with the Division of Natural Resources, AML UMTRA Department in Tuba City. 2020 retirees, 35 years or more. Marlene Arvizo Caicos from Farmington, New Mexico. Marlene worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Heritage and Historic Preservation in Shiprock. Stanley E. Ashley from Tessana, Lupton, Arizona. Stanley worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Chinle. Irvin Atson from Steamboat, Arizona. Irvin worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Windrock. Dickie Bain from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Dickie worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Safety and Loss Control Program in Windrock. Beverly M. Begay from Indian Wells, Arizona. Beverly worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in St. Michael's. Key D. Begay Jr. from Chinle, Arizona. Key worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Chinle. Laura J. Benali from Hogback, New Mexico. Laura worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Child Care and Development in Shiprock. Margaret A. Benali from Crown Point, New Mexico. Margaret worked with Judicial Branch, Crown Point Judicial District in Crown Point. Molly A. Billy from Red Rock, New Mexico. Molly worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Gallup. Barbara Bruce Peterson from Shiprock, New Mexico. Barbara worked with the Department of Justice, Office of the Prosecutor in Shiprock. Daniel R. Bryan from St. Michael's, Arizona. Daniel worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Land Department in Windrock. Rita J. Burbank from Yatahay, New Mexico. Rita worked with the Department of Justice, Office of the Chief Prosecutor in Windrock. Wallace Charlie from Shiprock, New Mexico. Wallace worked with the Office of the President and Vice President, Navajo Veterans Administration in Shiprock. Marlene B. Gorman from Tisto, Arizona. Marlene worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Office of Surface Mining in Windrock. Genevieve Hatali from Coal Mine, Arizona. Genevieve worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Tuba City. Esther Hosky from Red Rock, New Mexico. Esther worked with the Department of Health, Navajo WIC Nutrition Program in Windrock. Linda Israel from Kaibito, Arizona. Linda worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Program in Kayenta. Marie J. Jim from Ganado, Arizona. Marie worked with the Division of Social Services, Department of Family Services in Ganado. Karina King from Burnham, New Mexico. Karina worked with the Department of Health, Community Health Representative Outreach Program in Burnham and Bisti communities. Faye Kintlachini from Gallup, New Mexico. Faye worked with the Department of Health, Division of Behavioral and Mental Health Services in Window Rock. Antoinette Curley Begay from Cornfields, Arizona. Antoinette worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Heritage and Historic Preservation Department in Shiprock. Emerson Lee from White Cone, Arizona. Emerson worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Delcone. Gail Leslie Bobb from Hawk, Arizona. Gail worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Minerals Department in Window Rock. Rita A. Lynch from Oak Springs, Arizona. Rita worked with the Division of General Services, Department of Fleet Management in Window Rock. Vera A. Nelson from Setacon, New Mexico. Vera worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Shiprock. Shirley A. Rejdali from Fort Defiance, Arizona. Shirley worked with the Office of the Controller, Contract Accounting in Window Rock. Teresa M. Shoa from Wide Ruins, Arizona. Teresa worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Water Resources in Fort Defiance. Rena A. Thompson from Crown Point, New Mexico. Rena worked with Judicial Branch, Crown Point Judicial District in Crown Point. Oscar J. White from Chinle, Arizona. Oscar worked with the Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Chinle. Wally Whitegoat from St. Michael's, Arizona. Wally worked with Division of Public Safety, Department of Law Enforcement in Window Rock. David T. Wilson from Ganado, Arizona. David worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Department of Parks and Recreation in Window Rock. Akhtar Zaman from Moreno Valley, California. Akhtar worked with the Division of Natural Resources, Minerals Department in Window Rock.
Akela aje ya hot na khana aliya dole ya nge 2020 he khaki pi aje ya na nish da yospange hot na khabit khana echi ako congratulations si dole azu da no so na nish de so spange tsago ya ya enhidi ni dole aro da shin tsago ya yego ya oslo to ni tsado da shin ge na alchine nada dish nish ini da kai da shin njono go ya ni tsada da hol ago eben nach in go yan tsago na ya dole hot ela ko kroshi yam nge kede ad ya da il netole nge retirement plan administrator in Lingo Department of Retirement Services ajana shwilta ho netge ya nanish denege black and ya ishi ado ganich hat tole Andrea Holmes.
Yate, Shay Andrea Holmes initiate, Tena Bethlehem, Ado Topahi, Bashichin, Sandra Kinnet Dashache, Adult Edaslana Dashanala. And I was born, raised here in Window Rock, Arizona, and now I work for the Navajo Nation here in Window Rock for the Department of Retirement Services. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who is joining us live virtually. As we know, we're still in our guidelines to honor the Navajo Nation for all the safeness that we are going through, and we can pull this through together during this pandemic time. And because of that, we are honoring our 2019-2020 Navajo Nation retirees who did retire virtually. And I'm glad to announce during this celebration that we are having today that, you know, I'm very proud of each and every one of us that work for the Navajo Nation, the family that they get supported from, and even our grandchildren. We've become elderlies, we become very knowledgeable, and we're skillful still. And then the prayer messages from this morning from the Honorable President Nez and the Vice President Lizer, and then even Honorable Jamie Henio. You know, these things we look forward to as we move into the retirement. We close our chapter of working, but as we also know, we continue to work. And as mentioned earlier, you know, our work never ends. And that's really good because it keeps our mind going, it keeps us healthy, it keeps our spirits up. We look to the next generation who is our future. You know, when we retire, we look to those. But now that I'm doing the congratulatory remarks, I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you. Not only for the 2019, there's 2020, where our next event will be, of course, recognizing those for the 2021. And we keep on going every year, and I recognize each and every one of you for your dedication, for the years of services that you provided to the Navajo Nation. This is your time to shine. Of course, we open a new chapter to the retirement world, and this is where they say the honey-do list comes out. So it's really exciting, and it's really good to hear that for those of you that are retired, you know, you get to continue your life and your journey. And of course, my condolences to all those who had left Mother Earth and they move on to their next journey world. You know, because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, because of health conditions, disability, we still need to continue to keep going. But we are sad they are not here with us, and we just keep on going for their promises, their dreams that they set forth for us. Like I said, we're the next generation. So as we move on, we look to technology, we look on to other things that we have to consider. And as we are in the retirement world, of course, we learn how to spend our money, finances, and as cost of living increases, you know, this is where we know that in the retirement world that we learn how to budget. And that's one thing that we always emphasize when we go in the workforce is how to save money. I know our grandparents, our elderly parents, they always say that, save that penny, because we don't know what's in store for the future. So with that said, I just want to say congratulations. I know this is very, very important to you. It's important to me, and it's important to all of us with the Navajo Nation government. We have retirees from judicial branch, we have retirees from legislative branch and the executive branch. So I really want to say thank you. And then just for a little tidbit, for the 2019, I really want to say thank you to Sarah P. Yazzie, who has worked for the Navajo Nation 47 years and 10 months. Has dedicated her time, her knowledge, her wisdom to that. And then also for the 2020, we have Shirley A. Resdolly. I hope I said that correctly, but she dedicated 46 years and 6 months. That's a lot of time. If you add 8 hours a day, you know, being here at the Navajo Nation and at their workplace, traveling, helping, knowing that the commitment is there for the next day. I just want to bring that to the retirees' attention. And as earlier spoken, you know, it's you that make the Navajo Nation government what it is. As the Ne people, we look at that. And I just want to thank everybody for participating virtually, for keeping our Navajo Nation government safe, and bringing down the numbers as mentioned. But I really want to give a special thanks to my Department of Retirement Services, our staff. If they could be here, they would be here.
but I know they're listening, and I just want to say thank you to each and every one of them that participated to make things happen, and even the Division of Human Resources, Dr. Fowler, her staff, to make this happen. And it is planning that we have to consider. It's timing, it's communication, it's collaboration, and of course our oversight, the Retirement Plan Administration Committee, Chair Henio, who delivered the keynote speaking, and even the Vice Chair, Raymond Smith, and then the members, Joanne Jane, Chief Justice, Recita Toddy as a member, and then Ethel, Elizabeth Begay, and Dr. Pearl Yellowman. With them, this wouldn't really be happening. Then even as mentioned, Peter McDonald, bringing our retirement the way it is today. We are going to be celebrating 50 years of anniversary soon. And so with that said, we also have our Oversight Budget and Finance Committee that we answer to. So again, congratulations. I'm glad you guys are viewing our virtual celebration. And I just want to really say thank you to each and every one of you that serve with the Navajo Nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. Adonai, once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching the virtual event today, the celebration. Nana do le hode adahus ago dan hinatagi ti olkitigi bigune ado unde dalto kodo ayam so des indenigishi ayape elch honel natole hot ende ebikedo ayatide naren hikai jegishi aje dadan so da ayap ayapeti nidole eshi apeni ayakodo ayat sinkis dole hot ela ko ekodosik isindegi Asian so des in Lenigin Hayet, net latterly benediction, Lenigi, Jo ya out ele, Ado Lebanal, Dehota, so des in Lini Ebech, Honalni, Akoko Ayakodo, Walter Hudson, Program Supervisor, Asian Eganagate Division, Navajo, OSHA, Aja Yandalnish, Asian Kodo Aya, Nagate so des in Gay again, Nahach, Honate latterly.
Yad Shastri, Zani, Satsilke, Shich no Senigi, Don Dashikishin, Danoslesh, Lakeda, Adon the Dakon, Anoscocon, Nihinanish, Hashil, so Ebikeda Toya, Kate Noya, Don the Dadishi, the corner, but Yabanache, Nihilaka Ilia, by Hele, by Kate Nitzen, Johot Echo, what she ya, Nijada is see, though she never no seilte hojon hije hata isi sad yadat ehi sad khariti sad hatni eshibeni hije hata isi aishiben nago eti khunzade nanish beke naltla khunzahon da holjish ago hot ai beni hije khasido aro Walter B Hudson yayin shiedo satnajin in shlot khapa hapashchin na kaid ne da she do kia ani eta shnale kut de hanzen do she no ani je de sasi do le kebe da kego ago hot adon re saya ko de do en da ko jonde ade age shetkin hot yan hil isha ashlaro le aroshit ani so ya so de zen leni bi khit do besadil zen lele ayi da lo ha she hiti dagi do ya na hit da ko ko even nache ko hajo shi itla that they no legi shi ko it's at il zen leader belch na il ne je be hojona o ta lo benia hojon le hit kha di en lini ka ni man lini na san ko ni he dan hiti ne ka we ni yajni lini ko da kwa no san ba khat nil e so da ko den he del khat o ni helen da ni helen don he da ko ya na nation lini bekehidi da ko den alchen dan lini na nish ate des ango ko de hat kuiche ikehidera yennache be ina da yilla yinache ha shil sogo ya balchini yen de dilche bagana da yilla don de tabakal da konde yike nda illa konde ye bakal thata de adon de takon bagabananas lago she ye hata hatilla do ye hata hatalle yinache konde hat a yego banana shida yilla ako yana biche da wajon le kode ha ahte sesnachin sotzil bogo slid bensa ol zalnautli ade kayajan das kade choyajan das kade tohadal tsade kode biche da wajon do adon da khishi dat isni do dat bichaz kode sendole benache betkada hosolo it's ispen katash chiko kon basnada hojon kon ne banada yel khatole khago shibete diskano adot hago eko ne kha bik outjet lido na khabada hotchendole na khabasot zando ladole benache kon eya inan lini ina lin lini kon ye tenda asti dole ye tenada olti dole benache kon adot ego kon nadelte lidole adon dan hinant dan lini ko ni hetal kha nant dan long ko de habinda ni jata hasi ni kha bechebe da dolcheto ko na ne shida gi lai don hisi zinge ni ketla do des argent ni hits aus dan das salche ko de ni jebe wie je ko de ni ketzil in sendole eben nache eko ni so de zanadis adole hojona hasli
Na ja da sikis ko ja njono so de zindini ja be na halt ohnen la anil to adon da nanish da yospanigi and da ba alchina abadal trabzo kebenalike od ja da ilya kudoshi acknowledgments ilya hagi ja del netol large dolege ja arnold 325 Navajo Nation retirees ikha sago adon da again Department of Retirement Services do jo aja ya nanis tsagi bilta onay Andrea Holmes, Rick Husky, Jacqueline Cordell, Delphine Martinez, Dene Lewis, Nelson McCabe, Vida Torrichitni, Aaron Rodriguez, Evelyn Wilson, Sonny Aaron Begay, Ado unter the 24th Navajo Nation Council, Budget and Finance Committee, Retirement Plan Administration Committee, RPAC, Jamie Hinio, Chair, Nanta, Ado Vice Chair, Raymond Smith Jr., Elizabeth Begay, Joanne Jane, Rosita Toddy, Dr. Pearl Yellowman, Office of Miss Navajo Nation, Shandim Parish, Miss Navajo, Navajo Nation TV and Film Production Team. They did an outstanding job again today. Navajo Osha Dam, Walter Hudson, Division of Division of Human Resources. Dr. Perfilia Filer, Anthony Denayazi, Lorraine Tabaha, Raphael Begay, Letitia Tom, Office of the President and Vice President, the Honorable Jonathan Naz, President of the Navajo Nation, Honorable Myron Lizer, Vice President of the Navajo Nation. Dan Hinatgedo, Adi Dan Hisnotsagi, when Sogashi Ayada Iliado, Njono Hedado, Atlo, Elkedin now, Ayada Hosliado, Hajo Elkedasdot in a Honel Sogashi Ayan Ha Iliado, congratulations, Ajnan, State Banagi, Dohogone.